Let him burn!
Mike, this has got to be a great day for you. I mean, you've just got, like, the returns for President Trump are as red as your hair. And as red as your sweetheart. That loves America, I know very much. But has been, but is also slightly maniacal and has been looking forward to a moment where you could dispatch some of those who wish to truly destroy this place and destroy everything that we hold dear. I guess, starting with your takeaways from how the election is going right now, and how scared should Kamala Harris be?
I am down in Trump headquarters in West Palm Beach, Florida. President Trump's actually coming into the building right now, so we have a little bit of Secret Service madness, but we're in a very good place. President Trump's early voting numbers are historic. So long as his supporters continue to vote in massive numbers today, sprint through the finish line, President Trump will be back in the office on January 20th at noon. It is critically important to get Trump's voters out to vote all across America, not just in the 7 swing states, all over America. We want to give Trump a historic win today. We want to give him a massive nationwide win, a mandate from the American people, and give him a governing majority in the House and the Senate with these state races, governors, attorneys general, state legislatures. Let's swamp the vote today and give President Trump a big win. He has put everything on the line for this country. He doesn't need this. He has a better house. He has a better car, better airplane, better helicopter. He doesn't need this job. He's doing this because he knows our country is in desperate need of saving, and he's willing to put everything on the line to save this country. So get out there and vote. If you have not voted already, get out there and vote today. Call your friends, your neighbors, your family members, your colleagues. Get them out to vote. We need to deliver a massive win for President Trump today.
Mike, I don't know if you can update us on some of the shenanigans we've been seeing in Pennsylvania. Apparently, some of the machines going down, some of the long lines there. The long lines are obviously a good thing, but you want those voters to vote, and you don't want any funny business. Michael Whatley has been posting updates and seems to be on top of it. Any updates?
Yeah, I am volunteering for the Trump legal team here in the headquarters, and I'll tell you that President Trump learned his lesson from 2020. He has hired a phenomenal legal team led by RNC Chairman Michael Whatley, co-chair Lara Trump. You have David Warrington as the general counsel from the Trump campaign, Janine Bresso at the RNC, Steve Kenney at the RNC, Bill McGinley at the RNC. The Viceroy is here to be the pretty face of the operations, the face for radio. We are on top of it. We're not going to let this election get rigged and stolen. So Trump supporters need to understand that there are issues that are coming up. We're catching them very early. We have a very organized, aggressive, robust team all across the country. Your vote is going to count this time. So get out there and vote for President Trump all over America and vote for Republicans all the way down the ballot. We need to take back our country from these Marxists. We need to save America. Kamala Harris broke this country. She broke our border. She broke our economy. And President Trump is going to fix it.
I want to begin by saying that we are so impressed by the election integrity work that has already been done. But it's worth singing the praises and ringing the bell when you get victories like this. This is posted early in the morning hours today. Pennsylvania election integrity, by the way, this is Michael Whatley. This is the chairman of the RNC. You can see why President Trump backed this man to be RNC chair. Early this morning, we learned that Republican poll watchers in Pennsylvania, York, Westmoreland, Allegheny, Leahy, and Cambria, Wyoming, and Lackawanna counties were being turned away. We deployed roving attorneys, engaged with local officials, and now can report that all Republican poll watchers have been let into the building. We will keep fighting, keep winning, and keep sharing updates. It's amazing, Mike. It's like when we fight back, we actually win.
That's right. They were able to pull their shenanigans in 2020 because We let them. We're not letting them do it this time. We have a phenomenal legal team, again, led by RNC Chairman Michael Watley and Trump General Counsel David Warrington. We're ready this time. We have an army of lawyers. We have an army of election workers, poll watchers. They're not going to be able to get away with their nonsense again.
Mike, can you please fill me in on something that I know is very near and dear to your heart, because I believe you are a Colorado resident, or at the very least, you have great connections to that state. The Secretary of State in Colorado has leaked all of the passwords and left them up for months on the Secretary of State website and has done nothing to rectify that or fix that. How can anybody trust the numbers out of Colorado this election?
So I would say this, that I am a Colorado resident. I split my time between DC and Colorado. I hate DC, so I spend 80% of my time in Colorado. And there are two big issues this election. Number one, Monica Marquez. She is the Colorado Supreme Court Chief Justice. Monica Marquez is up for retention this year. Trump voters, Republicans, even right-thinking Democrats need to vote hell no on the retention of Monica Marquez. She was one of the 4 left-wing radicals on the Colorado Supreme Court who illegally, unconstitutionally took President Trump off the Colorado Republican primary ballot. She was reversed 9-0 by the Supreme Court. That is very hard to do. She lost to 3 liberals on the Supreme Court. So vote no on Monica Marquez. And on Colorado Secretary of State Jena Griswold. She helped put a 69-year-old woman, Tina Peters, in prison for 9 years for exposing election passwords, election machine passwords. We just learned that Jena Griswold exposed these passwords for months on the internet, and she covered this up and she lied about it. Jena Griswold needs to face a felony prosecution just like Jena Griswold instigated against Tina Peters. This is unacceptable. This is totally unacceptable what Jena Griswold has done. If she had any dignity at all, she would resign so a new Secretary of State can come in and clean up this mess. But Jena Griswold should go to prison.
Who, Mike, would be in charge of bringing lawsuits like that and others? Because I think that the most important way to stop election fraud is deterrence. This is, you are way down on a supply chain if you're committing election fraud. And we know this happens. We talk about the felony cases of election fraud day and night on this program. New York Times just wrote a massive hit piece on us for noticing the amount of election fraud in this country. If you are committing election fraud, I think this is an important message to get out there. You are at the end of a supply chain. You're going to prison. It should be the result that you are essentially saying, I don't wish to be a free person anymore. I'm going to jail because I've committed election fraud. How do we ensure that those who do this in a second Trump administration are brought to justice and are thrown in jail where they belong, as a reminder to everyone and as a warning that election fraudsters go to prison for life?
Well, the voters across America can make sure that happens by getting out and voting for President Trump today, voting for Republican Senate candidates today, voting for Republican House candidates, governor, state AG, district attorneys. If you want to have any accountability, we've seen with the left, Ben, we've seen this very clearly, that the left has politicized and weaponized our intel agencies, our law enforcement, our justice system. And if we want to take back this country, we need to elect Republicans up and down the ballot so we can restore justice in this country. And I'll say this to these people who are committing voter fraud: you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught by the Trump 47 Justice Department. And I would say this to non-citizens. This is important. If you are not a citizen of the United States, it is against federal law to vote in federal elections and in most state elections, but it's definitely against the law to vote in federal elections. It's almost always a federal felony, and it's almost always a deportable federal felony. So I would tell non-citizens, you better think long and hard before you vote in any federal election.
Mike, what happens with a Trump Justice Department? This is always where we sort of end in our interviews because I want to vision cast for people. Because we just walked through the litany of what President Trump has been through, starting with the mugshot and going well beyond the Mar-a-Lago raids. What does a Trump Justice Department look like? You are clearly a legal architect for the vision of what what Trump justice would look like in this country. Can you expound?
So I want President Trump to pick an attorney general who's going to bring back dignity and justice to the Justice Department. I'm not going to do it. As you know, Ben, I can't get confirmed anything because I go on your show and say crazy things that makes me unconfirmable. But President Trump, that's probably President Trump's most important appointment is the attorney general. And we need an attorney general who's going to go over there and clean house and get rid of these partisan actors like Jack Smith, who should be fired on day one, on January 20th at noon. His entire office should get fired. And you know what? I would say to Jack Smith today, it's election day, so I'll say something controversial. Right now, you're the hunter. Jack Smith, after today, you're going to be the hunted legally, politically, and financially. So lawyer up, buddy.
Mike, the level of smack talk that you bring on this program is so exciting, and the entire comment section just melts down with love for you. I just want to let you know how beloved you are. What is the path forward today that you see? What do you expect to happen? I expect Georgia and North Carolina to be called quickly for President Trump, and I expect there to be the beginning, then the pall of doom to be put over the Kamala campaign as the numbers become mathematically impossible in Pennsylvania. But what do I know, right, Mike? Can you tell me what you are seeing from a legal perspective internally?
I am very bullish, and I have been bullish for the president's here. I am bullish, and I've been very bullish for a long time. I think so long as Trump supporters show up and vote today, we're going to win in a landslide.
Yeah, that was amazing to hear Donald Trump go, "Are we winning? Are we winning today?" That's awesome. That's an all-time.
Ben, the Secret Service is kicking me off, so I need
all-time
to go.
All-time great Mike
fantastic.
moment. All-time great Mike moment. God bless you, Mike. Get to work, buddy.
Thank you.
We're with you.
Thank you.